Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Mooloolaba Music for another comparison series. This has got to be number 5 in the mix. We've been comparing guitars all day, every day, Marcus.
We have too many guitars. Not enough guitars.
Not enough guitars,
Let's do more.
Marcus. That's exactly right.
Do more.
So after going to NAMM for 2025, you obviously saw a bunch of new things coming on the market.
Yeah, at least a dozen guitars there.
But these guys, they're as old as bread. You know what I mean? They are the OG in
Original. That's right. These are the solid body electric guitars.
That's
Telecaster, or the Esquire, the Nocaster, Esquire, the Telecaster.
So
All of them.
we have got a beautiful comparison today between the Standard series and
The Player 2. So these are two new offerings on the market from Fender. So yeah, the Player 2, obviously the sequel to the Player, and the brand new released Standard series as well from Fender. So they're both yellow.
And they are
Butterscotch. Both butterscotch and maple necks, and yeah. So there's a few different things going on with them. Mm-hmm. So what Chris is holding there is the Standard series. The Standard series has a poplar body and a maple neck, and the Player 2 has an ash body. There's a few different ones. We chose one that looked similar here. This is an ash body, but of course we've got 2 single coil pickups, string through body,
3-way switch,
3-way, volume, tone. I did notice on what you're holding there, Chris, if you turn the headstock around, we've got, I guess, your more modern solid machine heads on that. And they've gone for on this one, on the Player 2, they've gone for a classic style machine head, a more vintage style, whereas the Player 1 had those machine heads on it. So I guess this is, yeah, they're giving something a little bit what they were doing on the old Standard series, which became the Player. And then now the Player 2s, so they've made room for this guy. 21 fret, 22 fret, classic, modern.
You better use that last fret, Marcus. I want to hear that 22nd fret used in context. Beautiful, well done. Now, one other thing, Marcus, is these guitars, I noticed that you've got a bit of a lacquered fretboard here. Still, you've got that same back,
yeah,
but then you've got your lacquered fretboard.
Yeah, so it's got a gloss in the in the lacquer on the front there. So it's gloss, but it's a satin on the back. There seems to be a little bit of a vintage tint to it. Yours is satin all over, isn't it?
It is satin all over.
Or matte or satin, whichever way you want to do it. Yeah, it's back and the front.
The Tele has become one of my favorite guitars of all time, to be honest with you. I purchased a Japanese Silent Siren, an all-white Telecaster. It's become my baby, the guitar I play for every gig. And one thing I love about it is, with these old school guitars, there's just nowhere to hide. There's nowhere to hide. There's no Bigsby. There's no expression. This all comes down to how you play the guitar.
It's
just you and the guitar.
You don't need to hide.
I don't need expression. Anyway, let's kick it off. We are running through the same setup here. We're going through the same system. We're going to give you a little bit of a clean tone sound check on the neck pickup first.
Okay.
Definitely my favorite. Pick, no pick? What are we thinking?
Oh, I've got a pick.
I'll get a pick as well. Let's do a little bit of picking. So let's have a listen to the Standard series.
You always go to that chord.
No, this is the E minor 9. This is the minor 9. We're not doing the Jimi Hendrix chord here. We're doing the minor 9. Something a little bit jazzy, a little bit darker. That's it. Marcus, give us that neck pickup. Just like a guitar is supposed to sound on the neck pickup. Beautiful. They sound very similar to my ear. Not too much difference other than our playing styles. But when it comes to the sound, you're getting a very similar sound out of those neck pickups. Is there much of a price point difference between these guitars?
Yeah, look, there's a couple of $100 price difference. So I know these guys are sitting retail-wise, it's around the $1,000 mark. You can always check updates on our sale prices on the website at any given time, and a couple of $100 more for the Player 2s. So,
and that's Australian dollars, ladies and gentlemen, for our international viewers. Australian dollars, don't panic.
You can pay us that in USD if you want.
What a markup, ladies and gentlemen. What a markup. Marcus, let's check out that middle pickup. The middle pickup, which is a combination of the bridge and the neck pickup. What have you got for us?
Oh, your favourite chord.
Oh, spanky.
Bit jazzy-ish. Maybe I should just play a normal chord. There, just hold that chord.
Yours has got a little bit of a brighter sound to it, I think.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
A bit of a brighter sound. When we flick over to the bridge, now do we add the distortion? Let us know in the comments. We do. That's correct.
Let's put a dry.
Good job, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate that. That was great. What have we got for some distortion? I've got one for you. Let's try this. Wow. Very cool.
We need to actually learn each other's riffs so we can actually play the same one.
So true. Give us some of that neck.
You carry on, wayward
the bridge pickup. That's exactly right.
It's got a lot of growl.
Yours has just got a lot more of the bitey high end to me. It really.
It does, yeah.
What about the low end? Give us some of the give us a low end. That was meant to happen, ladies and gentlemen. A jazzy note, I believe we call that.
Prince did that all the time.
So very cool, very similar guitars in retrospect, very similar. Yeah. Obviously, something about it, it really comes down to whether or not you enjoy the lacquered neck, or if you like that sort of natural feel over the neck here that is still lacquered, but it's a matte finish.
I noticed actually the headstock, they've done the gloss on the front of the headstock as they've done on this.
Yes.
But they just didn't do it on the fingerboard, whereas they added it on that.
You've got your classic little thread through there, which I also think does do a little bit something for the tuning stability sometimes. Mm-hmm. Having that thread through just locks those strings in place a little bit tighter. Obviously, you can always upgrade these guys with locking tuners if you want some more of that stability, which is exactly what I did on my Tele. So both Teles, really great value and really nice. If you haven't played a Tele before, I definitely advise you check it out. They're kind of the workhorse. They can do a bit of everything. They're great for country, great for soul, R&B, blues.
Yeah. Tele, I mean, it is known as kind of the country guitar, but you see it in rock, and you're right, you do see it in like a lot of your R&B and sort of your funk guys too, and a lot of blues players. But look, the two different offerings were, there's a slight price point difference. You're getting a great guitar in the Standard series. You're getting a great guitar in the Player 2. You might find you like one better than the other, and, you could surprise yourself. So let us know what you think in the comments. But also, if you've already tried both of them, let us know what you think from actually playing them yourself.
So cool to see the different variants that Fender's putting into their different levels of guitar. And but the only way to truly know is not just to watch these videos, it's to come in and play one yourself. So come on down, Mooloolaba Music, pick up one of these guitars and let us know what you think.
This guy.
Chris and Marcus, see you next time.